Okay. I made some notes, but I get like too worked up. Get way too worked up. Captain Crunch, thank you so much. Thank you for 6 months. Thanks, Captain Crunch. You're a sweetheart. I hope the family's doing well today. What time is it down there? Oh, morning time for you. Hope you had a good night and that you have a good day. Much better. Well, that's good. That's good. So I think I was requested to just address something very, well, I was requested to address a few things, but I will address one thing just because I don't want to get all stressed and worked up or anything like that. I'm just gonna stay super calm, super cool, super collected. Okay, let me find my scene here so I can switch it. So I'm just gonna pull up a couple tweets, and I get like so worked up about doing these kind of things live. So I'm gonna pull up a couple tweets, and I have blocked out almost everything in the tweet for many reasons, but I was asked just to address it once and for all, so I am going to do that. Even though 99% of people don't care, I don't really care in a way, because I know what's true and what's not true and all that. So I've kind of just let this slide for like a really long time. But I was requested just to address it, and yeah. So okay, let me just pull it up. So I have almost everything blocked out just out of respect for you know, just out of respect for myself and everyone else. Okay, hold on, I made a thing for this, let me find it. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about, I think I have 3 or 4 tweets. These are all public tweets. I'm not showing anything that's not readily available on the internet. And I'm gonna keep this extremely short. I made a ton of notes, but I think I just need to say it one time and then it's done with, and then nobody needs to keep asking me. Atira, thanks for the follow. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up these 3. I don't know if you can see them. Let me try and make it a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna just, sorry, I suck at this. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So I had to block almost everything out just because there's things that should not be shown on Twitch, obviously. Okay. So actually, let me make this bigger so that I can see it. Okay, so in this tweet here, it says, we met and had blank. That is not true. I've kind of just let it slide for a long time because I know the truth, and that's really all that matters. But you know how people are, so I figured I would just say that is not true. And where are we? Let me find the next one. So again, I don't know if these tweets are deleted by the author or not, but you can look at the context yourself. She had her blank in real life, and I had to block some more. Just picture her with her lips blank, and it carries on and on and on. That is also not true. I didn't even realize that rumor had gotten started until weeks or months later. Someone had asked me at one point, Atira, why didn't you just say right off the bat that it's not true? And I was like, well, I didn't even realize that was a rumor being spread initially. And then I guess once I started to speak out about it, the person, the stalker, the spammer, in the spam, because I guess I had been a little bit more vocal about it. He said, that rumor was your punishment for speaking up about everything that I've been doing, like spamming and stuff like that. So yeah, we're not going to talk about this for very long. I just wanted to, and you know what, I don't care if people believe me or not. I just wanted for myself to just set the record straight. I don't really care about what screenshots this person may or may not have. I don't know, but this is the truth of the matter. Neither one of those two things took place. The other thing I wanted to say is that there's a real issue here with delusion, because I receive emails, and I can't show them because they're, well, even though they're unwanted emails, I don't think it's right to show it on Twitch. They're describing things that he says are happening right now that are not happening and can't be because I'm in Canada. Again, if anyone wants to know about it, I can talk about it off Twitch, but the emails are just describing physical acts and saying that, you know, you're doing this right now, you're doing that right now with me, and it's like, that's just impossible. So there's just a whole level of, it's very unfortunate, but there's just a whole level of delusion here that I can't even get my mind around. Why do you talk about it so carefully? Because I like to also respect the Twitch terms of service, so I don't like to get too graphic about things. So yeah, I think that's all I really had to say about that. Yeah, mental health issues are no joke. Actually, I wouldn't mind talking about that real quick. I don't know how to word this delicately. Someone, and I'm not trying. I'm not trying to make it sound like I need pity. I don't need pity or anything. Someone who's very obnoxiously having a scene. Well, let me change it to just chatting because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, just chatting. Someone who's publicly having a scene. I guess what happens is it's like, oh, that person has a mental health issue. That person needs help. That person needs help. The person who's more calm, cool, and collected on the surface and in public, I suppose it can be seen of, well, you're supposed to be the mature one, Atira. You appear fine, therefore your mental health can't possibly be bad. Ravenweb, thank you. Yeah, I try to stand up for myself when I feel brave. The things that I've gone through mentally are, again, maybe perhaps not to that level. It's hard to compare things like that, but I think it's easy to say not to that level. That doesn't mean that I haven't had days and weeks where I was in like despair. And just because someone's smiling and they're appearing to be happy, especially on, you know, when I'm streaming, I'm with you guys, I'm happy. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes when I'm dealing with someone constantly spamming me and stalking me and stuff like that. So, and I do go to therapy every week. Therapy is not some magical fix for anything. Just because I'm going to therapy every week, sometimes that even makes things worse for a while, because you're unpacking and unboxing all of these things that you have to deal with and fix about yourself. So it's kind of like, okay, I talk about therapy and stuff like that a lot, but that it's not just gonna make me not be bothered by things anymore. Just because I'm in therapy, that doesn't mean when I get, you know, 50 alt accounts messaging me, that doesn't mean I'm just brush it off. Therapy is such a complicated thing to go through. So yeah, I don't, it's hard to say what I want to say without trying to say, well, I'm suffering too, you know, because that's not what I'm trying to say. I know it kind of sounds like that, but just because someone's smiling and seems happy and stuff like that, it doesn't mean that they're not also struggling with so many things. Can you address that? Well, I have nothing to do with that, and that's not my responsibility. I think Twitch made the right decision. My therapist's opinion. Therapists don't really have opinions about things like that per se. Therapists help you figure out what you need to do to deal with issues that you're going through. A therapist isn't really going to look at a whole situation and go, wow, that's insane, because a therapist knows that there's still two sides to every story. Even though I'm saying my part to the therapist still knows, you know, that there's probably other factors and other things going on. So a good therapist won't really just say their opinion per se. Robin Williams made that. Yes, that's actually a really good point. There was a video of Robin Williams, I think, I don't know how long it was, maybe even like a few days before he died, and he was laughing and smiling and stuff like that. So I've always worked in customer service type jobs. Even, you know, at the veterinary clinic, I was always dealing with clients and stuff like that. So I started working since I was 15 years old, working with customers, working with clients. You know, I went to work every single day after school. I've worked 3 jobs sometimes before to pay bills, and I've really always been in customer service field. So I really believe that when you're streaming, to a certain extent, that you should try and be professional and not, again, this is really to a certain extent, but you know, if you're trying to entertain people and have a good time, that's what you should do. I don't think the way I like to stream is to come up and start crying about this and that and whatever. It's just the way I like to run my stream. I like to have fun with you guys and talk and hang out. So if I'm upset, I really try, for me, every streamer is different. I try not to bring that onto my stream. And the only reason why I'm able to do that is just because and I know this might sound weird, I've just had so much experience with putting on a happy face. It doesn't mean I'm being fake. It just means I can switch on the, you know what, let's play some StarCraft, let's hang out, let's talk about your day and whatever. So yeah. Hey, Beef and Broccoli. Yeah, I just addressed that a few minutes ago. I just addressed that. I pulled up some tweets. I can say it again just in case something wasn't clear, but I let this go for a long time. Just one of the rumors I didn't even know was happening. I just wasn't aware of it, and the other one I was just like, certain things bother me, certain things don't, but I was requested to just address it once and for all so we can stop talking about it. Yeah, so these tweets that I blocked almost everything out. I don't think I have anything else to say about it. both of these things here are just not true. Just picture her with her lips blank, blank, blank. It's just simply not true. And I also mentioned earlier that a lot of the messages and emails and spam like that are at a very scary level of delusion. I can't say what is being said on Twitch, but it's just the messages are describing me doing things that are just completely inappropriate that I could not possibly be doing because I'm in another country. So it kind of makes me, it's kind of scary, I guess. Hey, Montiune. Sorry, I've barely been paying attention to chat. And I just want to say, for the record, even though this person is constantly stalking me and harassing me, I do not advocate for anyone to go out of their way to irritate that person. That's not something I would want people to do on my behalf at all. So BUOs, unfortunately, I'm gonna just have to time you out. I don't think you understand the situation and your messages are kind of getting irritating. So, yeah, this is definitely something that I would like to move on from. I said a couple streams, or my last stream or a couple streams ago, that there's two clouds of thought here. One is ignore it and it'll go away, and one is you need to call it out. And I definitely struggle between these two because neither one of them seem to work. So, and there's something else I was gonna say. Oh yes, this person, and I will not be sharing these with anybody. This person has actually started, and I don't want to start giving people ideas because I will report anyone that does this if I find out. This person has actually been photoshopping me. How can I describe it? You know what? Let's just leave it at that. There's just been inappropriate things that person has photoshopped of things in this person's mind, and it's extremely disturbing, and it is all being saved should something come about where legal action can be taken again. So yeah. Yeah, Shavana. So it's just getting to a scary point. So yeah, I think I don't really have anything else to say about it specifically. Like I said, the things that I addressed earlier in the tweets, they were just things that I kind of let roll off my back. I didn't realize, I think most people don't even care anyway. Nobody that I talk to really cares, but a couple people had said, you know, can you just put it to rest once and for all? So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And I'm sure this person has like every screenshot in the world, but the level of delusion as to what's real and what's not real, and you know, even old conversations and stuff like that have been shown on his end extremely out of context about what's a dialogue, what the person requested for me to type, and what was real and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think that is it. I don't really want to talk about it again on my stream. I think that's kind of it, I hope. Regarding everything that happened on this past weekend, I am actually still being spammed. So we just hope that it will stop at some point. So yeah, I don't want anyone to say anything to that person, especially not on my behalf. I don't ever encourage or advocate for my community or anyone to, I don't want anyone trolling that person or irritating them. That's not something that I stand for at all. So, but I think it's still important that if something's happening to you, you should tell people about it, because if you don't, like, obviously if someone's irritating you when they stop, okay, that's fine. But if it's not stopping, you should say something. I've tried ignoring weeks, months, and it just doesn't go away. So yeah. And I know people, I know what's gonna happen because I said this, oh, you can't stop talking about it, whatever. And it's like, well, that person can stop spamming and harassing me, and then I don't have anything to talk about. Right? That's the logic, right? Yeah, I don't want anyone to contact that person. I don't want anyone to do anything to that person other than, you know, if you see something that looks wrong, report it to the correct places, and that's all we can do for now. So yeah, okay. I think we're going to host for tonight. I think we'll host Ragnarokette if she's still casting. So yeah, if you're new here, feel free to join the Discord. We're gonna cast Ragnarokette. She's been casting some ESL stuff. Hey, Boom. Yeah, so I don't think this is a topic I want to talk about again on Twitch, but I think it's good just to say my piece because I really don't say a lot about it in public. So yeah, good night guys, have a good night. Let's go say hi to Ragnarokette. Stay safe, stay out of trouble, be positive and loving to everybody. Good night.